here's Brody Brazil.
Okay, how about a quick breakdown of the Erik Karlsson trade by San Jose to Pittsburgh? And I was thinking of it like this. Perhaps, is this the Sharks' biggest franchise move since they traded for Erik Karlsson a handful of years ago? Maybe, maybe not, but obviously falls into that same category and magnitude of a very big and important deal for the franchise. A lot of points to make here. I'll try and get through this quickly. Overall, good timing for all sides. For Karlsson to get the opportunity to move on to a team that's competitive. Didn't make the playoffs last year for the first time in a long time, but Pittsburgh's got Sidney Crosby. You know they'll be back. You know he'll be happy to join that team. And you also know that the Sharks, the sooner they could move on from Karlsson's contract and a salary cap ceiling that hasn't gone up a bunch in the last couple of years, the sooner they could move on from this, the better. And not just that, but the calendar immediately. Like training camp right around the corner. The Sharks now know who they are, what they are for this upcoming season. They don't have to let lingering trade talks and whispers happen on a regular basis and everybody's on Karlsson watch. Like we knew for EK65 and the Sharks that both parties wanted this to happen. We could also kind of see that it came down to a few finalist type teams. And obviously this being a 3-team deal, like it took a complicated scenario to move a very complex puzzle piece like Erik Karlsson, his success and his contract moving forward for it to fit somewhere else. It took a lot to make this happen, but we could all kind of see this unfolding. I'm just glad for everybody that I think everybody is pretty satisfied with this deal. 3 teams, 9 players, 3 draft picks, all part of San Jose, Montreal, and Pittsburgh. So as much as maybe nothing was going on early July, some talks happened. Here we are in early August, and it's a done deal. Immediately for the Sharks, there's a difference to understand between being a better team right now and being better off in the long run. Karlsson had 4 more years on his deal. They are not a better team as of today and as of right now. There's no question about that. Over the course of this season, can they get better from this? Yeah, maybe, but it's going to take some time. Better off over the long run. That's the point to make here. You just subtracted a 100-point Norris Trophy winning defenseman from your team. No team is instantly better off because of that. I don't think the coaching staff in San Jose is like thrilled about this. They knew it was coming, and it's obvious the direction of things which they were going to go. But, you know, David Quinn even said at one point, no, I don't want this to happen, but I know it has to, and I know it's going to. So the team will be better off in the next 4 seasons now that they have this added flexibility. And a big part of the added flexibility is the Sharks retaining 13% only, $1.5 million per year on Karlsson's contract. Now, the retention amount, to me, my understanding, was going to be a pivotal factor in what options were out there for Karlsson and San Jose elsewhere. And I had thought that number was going to be more like 30 or 40. Some said up to 50%. That would have been a hard number to swallow for Mike Grier and company. 50% and 13%, there is a huge difference. And it almost makes like the headline of this deal that right there. 13% of what San Jose was able to do and maneuver with Pittsburgh. Not to mention, the Sharks will also get Pittsburgh's 2024 first-round draft pick. I believe it is a protected pick. And Granlund, Hoffman, and Ruta, they get all those players back, but 13% in the retention. And to just kind of finalize this and move it forward, I think is the biggest deal of everything. So I'm making this video quick. It doesn't have a lot of detail to it. I don't want to say I was caught off guard or by surprise. I didn't know it was going to happen today. Had a feeling it was going to happen, like even going back to last year when the conversation really started to pick up. I knew this was not going to be a trade deadline situation. Teams needed the summer, more thoughts, more flexibility, more of a 30,000-foot view on their team. Like Pittsburgh is going to do just fine with this. Honestly, I think this is a win-win-win for all teams involved. But I always had the feeling this was going to be a summertime deal. It took some time, maybe even it took some extra time. But now the Sharks can honestly strike while the iron is hot. Karlsson, the season he just had, look, to replicate it, to repeat it, it'd be hard for anybody to do. But even if he gives you 70% of what he did last year in Pittsburgh, I think Penguins fans are going to love him. So there you go. Some thoughts on EK65, who is no longer a San Jose Shark. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Thumbs up on this video down below since you made it here at the end. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel so that I can definitely see you back here next time.